Hey guys, John here with Approach Paintball, and I am back with another weekly video. Today I'm going to cover how to set up your Empire Mini GS once you get it from ordering online or stopping by our store. So most paintball guns are pretty simple. Some people understand it, some people don't, as far as how to set them up and get them ready to go play. So I'm just going to cover that quickly. So first things first, of course, normally when you open your box, this barrel is going to be separated. You want to go ahead and take this. And this gun in particular is actually a two-piece barrel. What that means is comes in two pieces. So you have a front with a porting and you have your barrel back. You just screw those together. You can't really do this wrong. It doesn't go together the other way. So just slowly screw it in. If for some reason this is difficult, make sure you take a rag and wipe this down. That way there's no dirt or anything in there. You don't want to mess it up. And just slowly screw it in and then tighten it up just with your hand. You don't have to use a wrench or anything like that, and just tighten it up. Next thing is you want to go ahead and screw this into your gun. Just like that, same thing. If for some reason it's not going in there, you really want to make sure that it's cleaned out. There is a small O-ring on here, so if you feel, once you get closer to the end of it, you kind of want to start stopping, and you kind of hear it or feel it get squishy. It's just because it's locking into place and the O-ring is squishing out inside. So for safety reasons, all paintball guns should come with a barrel sock, or you typically are required to use a barrel sock. Not this one in particular, but the Mini GS does come with an Empire barrel sock. I just have an HK warhead, and of course, a rubber. This is like a really nice barrel sock, so it's going to last you a very long time. This is the Exalt Thug Life one. These are really nice. This is something I use. You're going to lose this barrel sock before it goes bad. You can shoot into this thing 100 times on accident. It's not going to go bad. So the purpose of a barrel sock, it goes over the end of it there, and then you want to make sure you pull it towards the back of the gun here. The purpose of this is if I accidentally turn this gun on and I pull the trigger and it shoots, it's going to shoot into that barrel sock. Instead of shooting into your ceiling, shooting your friend, shooting your parents, anything like that at your house, it's an additional safety device. So all paintball fields typically require you to have this on at all times, even with the air tank on. The purpose of making sure you have it on even with the air tank off the gun is because the fact that sometimes paintball guns will hold air inside of them. So if you walk into your local store or your field and say, oh, I don't need a barrel sock, they don't know if there's still air accidentally stored inside of the gun. So you always just want to be safe. Make sure you keep your barrel sock on at all times. It's not too much to ask. All right, so next thing on this one, on your Mini GS, you have a lever on the bottom here. This is your air on-off is what we call it, or your ASA. There's a little lever here, and as long as that is facing forward, the on-off system is turned off, meaning air would not be allowed to go inside the gun. As soon as you put your air tank on, and I'll show you that here in a second, you want to go ahead and flip this lever to the back, and that actually lines it up and makes sure your air goes through it. And if you can see here, there's a small gauge on the side. So it's at 0 right now. It's at 0 right now, and the lever is forward. So I'm going to go ahead and take my air tank and screw it in to get my gun ready. And typically I recommend point the gun straight to the ground, hold your hand just like this, and drop your air tank straight into the back of it. And the reason why you want to do it this way is it's so much harder to hold the gun up while trying to push the air tank up. Rather than just letting gravity do the work for you, I'm literally letting it sit here and just spinning it with 2 fingers. As long as I have it lined up straight vertically like this, everything will screw into place, no problem, be good to go. And I'm not going to tighten it down, anything like that. So just tighten it down until it stops with 2 fingers, good to go. You notice the gauge still says 0 on there until I air it up. I'm going to take this lever and push it towards the back of the gun. You'll hear a little air that'll air up, and then the gauge will be close to 200 or at 200. That's exactly where it needs to be. There's a small adjustment here that you never need to touch. This is used from the This is used from the manufacturer to adjust the settings and get the gun ready for you. You don't ever need to touch this. As long as it's staying at 200, you're ready to go. All right, so now that you have your air on, barrel sock, barrel, you're pretty much ready to go, except for you need your hopper. So this is the Empire Halo 2 hopper. This is the most popular Empire hopper electronic feeder system that we recommend for the Mini. Mainly because it's going to keep up with the Mini at the rapid fire. It's not going to be too crazy expensive. They're about $80. And so it's going to do everything you need to it. So this is called the Empire Halo 2, not the number 2, but it's TOO. Before I forget, and this is a Tippmann 48 cubic inch, 3000 PSI. So Tippmann is the brand, 48 cubic inch is the physical size of it, like a 20-ounce Coke bottle, and then 3000 PSI. That's how much pressure can be forced inside the bottle. And to sum it up, the bigger the numbers, the bigger the bottle, the more shots you can get out of an air tank. Okay, so we put the Halo on here. there's a small little lever here. You're going to pull that to the back. That's going to give it the most room here. Go ahead and drop that in there all the way, and then go ahead and flip this lever forward. And this seems a little loose for me, so if I turn it and it moves pretty easy, you might want to take it on the other side and tighten it up with an Allen key that comes in your parts kit that comes with your gun. But this one's pretty close to being exactly what I need it to be. It's not moving too much at all. So start from the beginning, barrel sock, air. The lever is toward the back with air in the paintball tank. And the way you know that is you look at the gauge, and as long as it's not at 0, there's air inside of here. And then the next thing on this is you want to turn your hopper on once you get paintballs inside your gun. So once you open this up, you pour paintballs, press the button on the back of your halo one time. You'll hear it spin. It's good to go. What it does, I'm going to turn it on real quick. As I shoot the gun, this is just shooting air through the gun, no paintball. So you'll see that the halo is actually sensing the vibration of the paintball gun and it's spinning. So the faster I shoot, the faster it's going to spin. So the faster you can shoot. The gun actually has sensors inside the gun that will not let the paintball, will not let the gun fire unless there's paintballs inside of it. That's why we recommend an electronic feeder system. So if you only put one paintball in here every second, it's going to shoot one paintball per second. So let's say you're playing, you're good to go, and you want to go ahead and let me show you how to turn your gun on. So this small button here, go ahead and hold it down for 2 seconds, and you're ready to go. Like I was saying a second ago, the gun is not going to fire unless there are paintballs inside of the gun. What I did was I turned it where I turned the sensors off, and you don't want to play like that. That's just a test mode. You never want to play on the paintball field in test mode with the eyes off. So I turn the gun on, the loader on, and the air on. Let's say I'm done playing for the day. You're going to go ahead and turn the halo off by holding it down until it turns solid red. Let go. Take this button here, hold it down until it turns solid red. Let go. And then remember your lever here on the bottom. Take your thumb here and fold that forward. The gauge will go down to 0 and you're all done. Now you can unscrew your air tank, no air will come out, or you can leave it set up just like this inside your house, whatever you want, because there's no air or anything going through the gun. If you have any little brothers or sisters or anything like that running around, I definitely recommend to go ahead and take the gun apart. That way they don't accidentally turn the air on or turn the gun on and shoot each other. But if you know that's not going to happen, you can go ahead and leave your gun set up just like this. As long as there's no air pressure going through the gun, it's perfectly fine, perfectly safe for the gun. So hopefully that wasn't too complicated for you. For everybody, if you do have any questions or if I missed anything or went too fast, please comment below. The idea of the video is to really get players that have just got their Mini for the first time to not get too frustrated and make sure they have a source that they can go through to set up everything before they go play for the first time. If you do need to change the video, it's just going to be the 2 screws here. If you do need to change your battery, you just 2 screws here. We do have a tech video that shows you how to do that. But yeah, so if you have any questions on how to set it up or where to find these colors, we do have everything in this video on our website, prohpb.com. If you have any questions about anything particular or even maybe setting up your type of gun, even if it's not a Mini, just go ahead and comment below. We'll definitely be able to help you out and help you get everything set up correctly. Again, thank you so much for watching our videos. You guys are awesome. Make sure you take a second to like our videos. That really helps our videos grow and our YouTube channel grow and helps other players like yourself find our videos so they can watch it too. So again, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Any questions, comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much.